Good morning. Yeah, working on this driver's side of the Mark 1 today. It's not looking too bad, to be honest with you. I'll put a little bit of GoPro up now, and then you can see what I've done with the wing, because I've had to clean the wing up a bit. The wing is actually cleaned up pretty reasonable. A few bits to kind of replace on the wing. Let me sit down, my legs. A few bits to replace on the wing, i.e. the bottom corner where it meets the bottom doorpost. That's not a problem, that's easy done. There's this bit here. Unfortunately I cut it off. I should have left it on. I didn't realise. But this bit here, that actually goes in here somewhere. But not that bit. It should have been cut around that line, and then obviously that would have butted up to the panel. But it's not a problem. I can make that and get that on, and at least it'll be kind of new, won't it? So yeah. Apart from this bottom balance, slightly out down here, which will go back, this bit here, that one's pushing back, unless the wing's got to come forward a little bit. I don't know if that will push in, it will spring it out, maybe, I don't know. Maybe, that's not a problem. The lines are all good on the bonnet. The gap, happy days. A little bit of a wide gap there, but I think this, if you look here, that's got to come up. That's going to spring that out. So it'll be a matter of fixing one part at the top and then getting the bottom done. And then it's whether or not I've got to offer the door up to follow suit with the wing, to etc. But yeah, I have got some marks to go from, some old bits to go off. Where this is the original wing. So basically, where I cut this wing off, I have got the bits and pieces where I can actually see where it was sitting before. So yeah, but yeah, overall that's looking not too bad. Work to do on the wing, and a little bit of work to do on the flitch plate up the top. So I've got to do that. But this was to offer the wing up to see where we're going with the lines, the gaps, etc. And I'm pleased with it. So we're looking good. Obviously the duct tape is holding it on, and the wings kind of gone here, look. But that's not a problem. That's easily welded up. Patch that in, and happy days. Yeah, looking a little bit more like a van now, isn't it? Car, van. Happy days. This makes me feel good, this does, getting to this kind of stage. Yeah, pleased with that. Okay, just making these flitch top end plates, flinch. I'm sure they're flitch. Plates. I did show you earlier that I'd done one for the other side, which was this one here. However, the measurements were slightly off, and it was just a sample to see how it would go. But now I've put the top wing rails kind of where I want them. Although it's got to be dropped on the front, I'm actually rearranging these top bits to how I want them. I guess that's my personal preference. It's going to simplify making them. I have just made a copy of this one here, which I've done it on out of cardboard for now. And what I've done, I've transferred it to the steel. So I'm going to cut that out in a minute, and then I'm going to fold it on the folder. It's a blessing, that folder. I'm glad I bought it. And then we're going to see how it fits. Then I'm going to clean up that area, and then we can start thinking about getting these rails fitted, which is another step forward. I'm only doing this side for now. Is what I'll do. I'll then concentrate on the other side, and happy days. So yeah, it's looking good. A mate just popped round and halted me for a bit, and then a couple of dog walkers come past, and they stopped me for a bit longer. So yeah, it's nothing but time, isn't it? But yeah, so they've took a little bit of my time, to be honest with you, but I'll give them a bit of time of day. But I'm feeling quite knackered now, so you know, it's only just gone lunchtime, and I'll probably go up and have a bit of a nap shortly, unfortunately, or fortunately. So yeah, it's I don't know. I have a little bit of breakfast if I can, and then I get tired. It's just one of my questions to ask next time round. We have already asked the question, and due to what I had done and the way my stomach's working, it's kind of normal. Which yeah. Anyway, so yeah, as I said, pleased with how it's coming along, the van. So I'm going to get these done, and then I'm going to probably go off for a bit, and then I'll come back down and do a little bit more. I think Sarah wants me to do a couple of bits in the garden as well, so happy days. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, good morning. Another day. It was a good day yesterday. I was quite pleased with yesterday. Health-wise that was, because I stayed up all day. I needed to go up and have a rest, because I was gonna go up and have a rest, but I ended up never going up because Sarah wanted some help doing something. I give her a hand, and then I kind of got motivated again, and happy days. So yeah, yesterday, what did we do on the van? We did the top rail on this side here. It's not welded on yet, and I made up a flitch panel, which is this one here. That's going there somewhere. Got to clean up the metal a bit more, and get that sort of kind of tickety boo. I've got a few little holes in this here. I'm not going to dig too much of that out. I was debating whether or not to replace it, and then I thought, you know, it's big job there. Did it really need it? Maybe not. Maybe not. So we're going to try and patch that up as and where. The flitch panel will stop any ingress of water going on that part there. However, I've got a problem just under the what's that there, tape. I've got a problem just under the bracket here, look. So I don't know whether to take this bracket off, put a plate on there, and then rewound that back, or whether or not to add an additional little bit of metal to that where it's gone and make it look part of the bracket, basically. And you won't notice it afterwards. Yeah, so but I need to do something with that, obviously, to because that actually goes inside the car. That there's also another little bit here where the wiring loom pops out there, which I've got to cut this top rail here to suit. So I've just got to sort of kind of cut that around, but I couldn't do it with the cutter that I was at the angle grinder. I've actually got like a air Dremel kind of grinding little tool, which will do that spot on. So I'm going to fire up the compressor today and get that done. and then today we're gonna do this side of the rail, where I've got another rail somewhere where I will find it out, and we'll get that rail on ready. This one's ready to go on. I'm not going to weld them on until I'm ready to do both of them. The wing cleaned up okay on that side. I can salvage this driver side wing. I've got some repair to do down here, there, which I can do. The rest of it will be, I can sandblast this or clean that up the best way I can, and that will be a good wing inside and out. So that's good. The other wing is kind of a little bit kind of knackered, as you can see here. I've been bolting this the other side to try and get the dents out. Is what they've done. Let me get out of that sun. It's what they've done. Whoever had the car before, they've obviously had a prang on that wing, dented it all in, and then they've filled it, heavily filled it. I am looking at a couple of wings on eBay, and I'm going to put a bid on to see whether or not I can get them at a reasonable price. I'm not buying new wings for this; they're just too expensive. I'm not paying £1,000 for two wings. It's not going to happen. Yeah. But anyway, either all, I will use that wing for the time being to set it up, to do whatever. If I can do something with it, I will, but it's not on my to-do list at the minute. But I do need it to kind of set up this rail to make sure everything's tickety-boo on lines and gaps and stuff on the bonnet, and etc, etc. So yeah, but we're plodding on with it. You know, it's a little bit more done. I'm also today going to clean up the rest of this internal bit here and get all this crap off here, get all that black paint off, so it's all back to kind of metal. And then obviously the next part, once this rail's done over here, is to do that bit there. Okay, I'm going to salvage the heater box, that circle, but is what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace the rest of it. I'm hoping to manufacture that part myself. I'm not paying for that bulkhead bit there. It's near 500 quid for that panel. That ain't happening neither. Yeah, I mean, the beauty about these old cars is you can work on them, and happy days. As long as it's safe, as long as it's you know, what's safe these days, I don't know. It's, yeah. I need a fresh cup of tea. And I need to get my bike out. I then need to move the van over a little bit and back a bit to give me a bit more room, and then we can plod on. So I'm going to come back to you in a bit when I'm set up and ready to go, and happy days, hunky dory. See you in a bit.